am finally going to be answering all of the questions that I have been avoiding for years while I do my light mask. I mean, what could be better? Nothing. You guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I am Joslyn. I'm so excited that you are here because we're about to embark on a month here on this channel, a month of very hard launches of very big stuff. And quite frankly, I feel like stuff is probably the wrong word. So if y'all want to stay in the know on all of the things, are you following me on the TikTok and on the IG and even Pinterest? I'm blowing it up on Pinterest. And by blowing it up, I mean I am just pinning so much stuff right now. I've also even got a VIP newsletter just for my VIP babes where I give y'all like the real scoop. But I digress. First things first, I want to give a major shout out to my friends over at Helix for sponsoring this video. And when y'all see what is happening in our guest bedroom and all of the things that are in there, you are going to have your mind blown, but more on that later. Anywho, I feel like it has really been a minute since I've caught you all up on what is really actually going on in our lives. I have been on the internet for what feels like 100 years. I'm truly a YouTube dinosaur, and I honestly do feel like I share a lot, but at the same time, I've learned my lesson, and I've definitely created what I think are really healthy boundaries in terms of how much I share about what's actually going on in my life. I feel like I share a lot, but then I have my boundaries. And for me personally, this has been something that has just made my mental health peaceful and clear, and it's really impacted my personal life for the best. I just want to say to anyone out there who is watching this video, you can be super genuine and authentic without sharing everything personal that you're going through. Anyways, not sure if you needed to hear that, but here we are. And one of the big things that we are going to be hard launching, I mean, pretty much like right now, is the fact that after almost 6 months, we are finally officially moving into the house. And that means that after 6 months, we're taking all of our stuff out of storage. The movers are coming to deliver everything this week, and I could not be more excited because I realized literally no one has noticed, but I have been wearing the same suitcase of clothing since December 23rd. True story. Okay, I'm back. I had to do a quick change of venue, honestly, mostly because I felt like my face was sweating so much in the car. And speaking of the guest bedroom and the room that I have affectionately been referring to as just like my trash den, influencers out there just show you these like super polished, stunning images of their home. And now that I think about it, that's like what I do too. But today we're keeping it real, maybe too real, because this room, I honestly barely have a place to stand. This is where all of our suitcases, all of our extra items for the house, all of my PR packages that have been delivered for the last 3 months, everything is in this room and it's gotta go. This has gotta get organized this week because A, I have a big shoot that is happening in this room in a few days, and B, like I can't live like this. I'm sorry. Thanks to our friends at Helix, we have a mattress, which means we have a bed, which means this is officially a guest bedroom. And if you're watching right now thinking, Joslyn, I did not see a bed in this room. Do you see this piece of wood behind me? This is our wall bed, our Murphy bed, whatever you want to call it. And like slight detour, y'all know I'm a very positive person, but everything having to do with this Murphy bed, with this wall bed, was a customer service nightmare. Just don't work with wall beds anymore. I'm just throwing that out there. But you know what? It's behind us. The bed is in, and more importantly, well, I'm literally hitting stuff in here because there's so much stuff just like surrounding me. Okay, I'm like in a cage right now. First things first, I'm just gonna move all of this stuff out of the way so that I can show you how cool this Murphy bed is. Yes, it was a nightmare getting it here, but once this stunning Helix mattress was inside of it, it was all worth it. Murphy bed, and my parents have 2 of these at their house, and I will never get over how cool they are. But let's talk about the mattress. So Chris and I have been diehard fans of Helix for a long time. We are not fake fans. This is actually our 3rd Helix mattress that we brought into our home. The first one is at our last condo, which we're renting furnished, and the renters are obsessed with the mattress. The second one you probably saw recently that we put in our new primary bedroom here at our new place. And this, of course, is the 3rd mattress, which is for the guest bedroom, but I can confirm that I may have taken a few cat naps on this mattress, and y'all, it is so comfortable. Really and truly, you will not find a more comfortable bed, and I dare you to try because you will not. Oh my gosh. I wish I could just film the rest of the video like this. If you're not familiar with Helix yet, they are the best option in terms of quality and customization and also price, in my personal opinion, and here's why. Before you even pick out or purchase your Helix mattress, you actually take a quiz. You put in all your info, like personally, I love sleeping on my back, and my husband Chris is a side sleeper, and then it matches you with your best fit. We chose to do the Helix Midnight Queen with the Glossio-Tex cooling cover, which is really great for hot sleepers, by the way. This is what we have in the king size, and we love it so much that we thought we should just treat our guests to this incredible sleeping experience too. The other thing is that Helix mattresses are delivered straight to your door. You just unbox the mattress and you are good to go. I also want to point out that I love their pillows as well. And then in terms of options, everything Helix does is totally customized. They have 20 different unique mattress options, including the Helix Plus for big and tall sleepers. And they even have a Helix Kids mattress too, which is designed for those cute little growing bodies. And they're even endorsed by child sleep and medical experts. Again, we've had this mattress for a few months. I cannot wait to get more use out of it. And this is really specific to us, but the depth of this mattress was super important because we needed something that could fit inside of the Murphy bed when it's closed. And like I mentioned, Helix has all of the options and it fits perfectly. And if you're nervous to buy something that you haven't tried, I totally get it. I'm with you. Helix actually has a 100-night sleep trial so that you get more than 3 months to make sure that you are loving it. Plus, Helix mattresses have a 10-year warranty. They even offer financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away. And y'all, can I just say that the timing here is impeccable because Helix is in the midst of its Memorial Day sale through May 30th, and that's gonna get you 30% off Luxe and Elite mattresses plus 2 free pillows or 25% off site-wide. So do yourself a favor, head over to helixsleep.com/Joslyn Davis, because honestly, I just feel like the world is a better place when we're all sleeping well. Am I right? I guess it's time for me to clean up the rest of this hot mess. Dun, dun, dun. Does anyone want to come over and help me, please? Hours later, I can report that I'm still in this room, and then this is like who I actually am right here. Are you all robe people? Chrissy Teigen, I feel like, was the person who totally normalized wearing a robe all day, and I am a proud devotee of the robe community. Come on. Also, we have to talk about this mask. I found it when I was cleaning up this room. It might be the best thing that's ever happened to me. I obviously love a red light mask. I talk about them constantly, and I have another one from Megelin, not a mask, but like a red light machine. This one is my freaking jam. It's so cool. First off, do you see how it's moldable to your face? So it's super easy to pack if you want to take it somewhere. Best part about it is it's got this neck and chest piece, because as we all know, the gobbler and the neck and the hands are always the first thing to go. I'm obsessed with this. I prefer red light because it's meant to target wrinkles, signs of aging, and it helps with collagen production. And also I feel like I just look like a Marvel character. Oh, and the other cool thing about this one, you don't have to be plugged into the wall when you're wearing it. So I have the little controller right here in my pocket. Didn't even plan to be wearing this right now, but since I am, Megelin, my friends over there, they're hooking you guys up with 10% off. So the link is down in the description. Joslyn10 for 10% off. I mean, like, look, I can multitask. Here I am, cleaning, organizing my room, having my morning cup of joe while I do my light mask. better? I mean, nothing. Actually, you know what could be better? If I could finally get this room together. We have our suitcases that are still not unpacked. And then we have several boxes of unopened packages that I've received. I put them into these plastic containers. This is an entire box of PR that I just have had zero time to open. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. From the hair care brand Way. Are you guys as obsessed as I am? This stuff smells like heaven on earth. Oh, this one, Fleur. I post about this all the time on my Instagram stories. If you want like random people to come up to you and immediately fall in love with you, this fragrance right here, this one is Missing Person, but I'm also a big fan of their body sprays. I need to get this room together and then get to answering y'all's juicy questions. I know that's why you're here. Okay, wait, before we move on, I just took off the light mask and put a little bit of serum on my face. And people are always like, does it actually work? Do you actually notice any differences? And my answer is absolutely 100% yes. You need to use it consistently. And for me personally, my skin can handle a lot. So I do leave the Megelin mask on for a full 20 minutes at least. And I have definitely noticed like a tightening in my skin and definitely also a brightening in my skin. I use the red light, but there are different colors of light for different needs. So if you have hyperpigmentation or acne, you would want to use a different color of light. But I'm just a huge fan, you guys. Also, for anyone out there who wants a little alone time, no one bugs you when you're wearing this thing. Okay, let's just do this. Y'all sent in some juicy questions. You did not hold back, okay? And I love all of you for that. So today we're just gonna do it. We're gonna rip the Band-Aid, okay? And I am finally going to be answering all of the questions that I have been avoiding for years. Honestly, that sounded incredibly dramatic. Without further ado, let's just jump right in, shall we? Starting super strong. And this is a combo of two people's questions. Paris Cooter 101 said, are you guys still planning on having kids someday? And Hannah McNamara said, are you guys interested in starting a family? Love you. Yes. Okay, next question from Tina Murata, and I promise I'll go a little more in depth on this one. It says, will you have Lily and Lisa on a video soon? You know what? It has been so long since the three of us have gotten together for a video. However, I do have to tell you guys that Lisa was just at my house probably like a week ago to hang out. I text with Lily like almost every day, and we are working on a project together currently. She actually helps me edit a lot of my bigger videos, and so she's working on something with me right now, but obviously she has got a ton going on. And in case you missed the memo, she moved outside of LA, so she lives probably like 2 hours away from where I live right now. So unfortunately, I have not seen her IRL in a very, very long time, but she, like me, is a fan of the FT, the FaceTime. So I have seen her sweet little face like kind of IRL recently, but we're really hoping and like trying to plan a time where I go up to see her, she comes down here, or whatever, because we have a lot of catching up to do. And we were actually joking that like, oh, we should just do it for like business purposes to make a video. But honestly, we're like real life friends. So I don't know if you ever experienced this. Y'all tell me if this ever happens. When you're hanging out with like your real deal friends, your inside circle people, do you forget about taking photos altogether? Because I don't know about you, but recently one of my best girlfriends and I were like, oh my gosh, we haven't taken a photo together in like 5 years. Because when we're together, we're just having so much fun and so present, and honestly look so terrible. And we're like, do we really need to remember this? But because memories are so important, okay, regardless of what you look like or if your hair is done or what you're wearing, we have started trying to like implement this rule where we take a selfie together like almost every time that we hang out, just so that we have memories for like the future. Anyways, that's a very long answer to a short question. Will I do a video with Lisa and Lily soon? I hope so. I hope so. Lisa and Lily, are you watching this? What the hell? Ooh, this is interesting. Shop Scent of Me said, what is something you have regretted and something you would definitely do again? This is an interesting question because I don't really have a lot of regrets. Hashtag no regrets. One thing I do regret doing that now in hindsight I think is just like stupid. I went bungee jumping once, and now in hindsight, I don't think it's safe. I don't think anyone should be doing it. And I'm definitely someone who takes calculated risks. Like jumping out of a plane to me seems so much safer than bungee jumping. I don't understand like why it's allowed, and I can't believe I did it, and I do regret it. So that's my one regret. And again, bungee jumping, let's cancel it. Okay, Giovanni Duenas 5992 asked this question, which I thought was really interesting. There were a few of you guys that had financial advice questions. This person asked, how do you manage saving money? Any tips? Okay, I'm the kind of person who lives a high-low life. Like, I'm a girly who's very thoughtful about every cent that I'm spending. But when I go on like a really fancy vacation, person I went on safari for a honeymoon, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm on vacation. I am here to live my best life. And that is something that I'm really willing to save for so that I don't have to think about it. Something else that I think is like another thing that I really saved a lot for was my very first house that I bought by myself when I was single. And that was just something that I cracked away at for years. I think I was saving money over 10 years. And the advice you always hear is to pay yourself first. So when you get your paycheck, set aside like 1% to start, or 10%, or whatever you can afford, because obviously, I mean, inflation is killing all of us. I'm definitely the person that's always on the hunt for a good deal, like regardless of what it is. But at the same time, I definitely do allow myself to have those splurge moments, primarily for experiences. I do love nice things, don't get me wrong, but I've just found that for me personally, in the long run, the excitement that you get from just buying stuff is kind of fleeting. Like, you get that dopamine hit from buying a really cool handbag, and then it's just kind of like, okay, cool. Whereas for me, if I go on a trip with people that I love and I make memories, those last a lifetime. And I know that sounds like a cheesy Pinterest quote, but to me, it's actually true. Okay, last one comes from Allison4254 on YouTube. You have interviewed many celebrities. Who did you freak out most over meeting? Oh my gosh. I mean, a lot, honestly, because especially at the time working at Clever, I really felt like I was a conduit. Like Dana and I, in those early years, especially Clever TV, we were a conduit for our viewers. Like, we were the people who were able to ask the questions that they were curious about. So I think a few that really stood out at the time, especially, would be people like the cast of Twilight. Are you freaking kidding me? That was huge. Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, the cast of The Vampire Diaries. Shows like that had such massive cult followings. One Direction, that was one of the funniest interviews I've ever been in my life. I mean, obviously they're hilarious guys, but also Dana and I had been working towards this interview for so many years that we begged our bosses to let us go do it together, which makes no sense, by the way. And so when we walked into the interview, they had a chair for the interviewer, and there were two of us, and they didn't have time to get us another chair, so we shared a chair. So the pictures and the videos from that interview are so weird because it's two adult women in a room with One Direction. They all have a chair and we're sharing a chair. But that was kind of just what Clever was at the time. We were just getting it done however we could, taking whatever opportunity came our way and running with it. And then obviously over the years, there were people that we interviewed so frequently and so many times, we felt like a sense of we felt a sense of closeness with them. Debbie Ryan, the cast of Pretty Little Liars, like Shay Mitchell, she was one of the first people we ever interviewed, and then we got to follow her whole career. I mean, the list honestly goes on and on and on. And now, flash forward, I mean, like over 15 years, and all of these people are adults. Many of them, I mean, a lot of these people even have their own children now, which is wild. And it's just so exciting. Also, who else is excited, low-key, high-key, about the Wizards of Waverly Place reboot? I know I'm not the only one. I know y'all are trying to be cool and act like you're not gonna tune in, but you are. Okay, friends, I think I'm going to end this video right here, quite honestly, because I think it's midnight and I am exhausted. I turned into a pumpkin after 7 p.m. So it is a miracle that I am still awake right now. But I just want to say, if you're still watching this video, I love you. I'm rooting for you. Thank you all so much for your support, and thanks for the amazing questions. If you have another question, please leave it down in the comments below, and stay tuned, y'all, because it's a month of hard launches, and that's all I'm gonna say. Good night.